The 80s was the decade of consumerism. Making money, spending money, yuppies would flaunt their wealth in displays of blatant one-upmanship, right up Dell Street.
Derek Trotter was very much like the peacock. He got body language, and he was young and fit, and he was symbolised all of those things.
And the 1989 Christmas special, Jolly Boys Outing, saw Dell embrace this new yuppie world.
Nowadays, it's the sort of game that guys like me and Stephen enjoy.
How do you mean, guys like me and Stephen?
Well, you know, yuppies.
Derek, I am not a yuppie.
You are, Stephen.
I was that Dell yuppie at the time. I had a Burberry coat, I had a file of bags, I had a scarf. We just followed the trend, and there was no way that Dell wasn't going to fake it till he made it.
He had all the kit, so he had to have the code and the file of facts and the mobile phone, and it makes you laugh at yourself. I did that. I had a file of facts, I had a mobile phone.
He wants to be a yuppie. We start to see the braces, he's got the file of facts. And then when he comes up against a real yuppie, Stephen, they don't see eye to eye.
Sleepy Dawn rises to reveal Kilimanjaro in all its hypnotic majesty.
Sounds great.
We're all going on a Beano to Margate then.
And that Beano to Margate gave us some of the most iconic Christmas moments ever in this much-loved festive favourite.
We were a team, and because of that, we had a wonderful, wonderful working relationship. We could not stop laughing.
Right, come on in, Denzel. Pull ahead, bro. We're off to Margate.
The Jolly Boys Outing is a much-loved episode. If you ask many people, they'd say it's their favourite because, you know, we all want to be there. We feel like we're there enjoying the day out with the gang.
You see the brothers get together with everyone, and they all go on this day trip to Margate and cause chaos, of course, as they always do.
Everyone was there. Boise. Trigger.
All right, Dave?
In a joyful 3-minute montage which required writer John Sullivan to rely heavily on the creative skills of the director.
When I got the script, it said, bus comes into town, we're having, everybody's talking, and over to you. And I went, oh, thanks.
The director had set it up that we should all run into the sea just to show how these silly men are being like children again. And he explained what he wanted us to do was to all run in up to our knees and just paddle about for a minute. As we all ran down, I thought, this is too bloody cold, this. So I turned round and ran back up, much to the surprise of everyone, including the director.
We had great fun running in and out of the sea. I couldn't get out of the sea quick enough. Everything about that was a Jolly Boys Outing, to be quite honest. And I realised that we were only halfway through the song, and I still hadn't got enough.
To actually allow the programme to take a breath and do that fantastic montage of them just having a good time down in Margate.
It was a bloody nightmare. It was absolutely, I always remember it. Those actors, when they got together, in between takes, someone would crack a gag, they would never stop talking and laughing. And it was an absolute nightmare. But it wasn't, obviously, it was great fun. And David Jason, it's one of his favourite sequences of all the Fool's things. And he said, because we were allowed to do it.
But after all that fun in the sun, what followed was one of the most explosive and hilarious moments of Only Fools' Christmas history.
Joe, smoke coming from the radio.
Well, you must have pressed the wrong button or something. Well, that got one of the biggest jokes in it. Again, that anybody...
Blinking coach blew up.
John and I used to meet up every so often. We call it script meeting, which basically meant we'd talk about the script and have a few glasses of wine. So this particular occasion, John said, what we need to do is can we get a coach? Because I want to start a little fire.
I found it, shit. Come on, get up there. Come on, anybody. Hurry, I've got
And I basically said, at the end of the night. Oh, come on, John, let's just blow the fucker up.
It's unfair to say that everything he touches goes wrong.
But that would have that happen. It was a drunken evening, essentially.
It wasn't a trick because it was actually done. We were all standing there and it just waiting for it to go, and it blew up. It was just a lovely moment.
I won't tell your governor about it.
The flames you see, the orange flames and glow that you see around us is actually very true. It came from the explosion. There's a charge that was in the back of the bus that didn't go off. So unfortunately they had to do that again, which for us, is you're going to blow it right this time, because I ain't staying there a fire like that ever again.
The first time I saw it was on film, on the television sets, in the studio with the audience. And I'd heard them talk about it, they all said, oh, it's going to be a bit of an off as it blows up. I thought, really? Well, the entire studio just sort of exploded. Literally like the coach. And you just thought, oh my God, they've done it.
Oh, the audience went to pieces on that, because no one knew it was coming.
The audience loved it so much they broke out into a round of applause, and of course the film was still running and the next lines were lost.
Our coach has just blown up.
So there was quite a lot of repair work to do on that, to try to fit their laughter to the pictures.
It is one of the biggest sequences, I think, of that kind in a sitcom on British television. And they had over 20 million viewers at this point, which, oh my gosh, in this day and age, that's like the whole of England's just watching you.
I thought it worked really, really well. I think we're all very proud of that sequence.
It was brilliant. Everyone just, it was breathtaking. And what better way to celebrate Christmas than to put it into a Christmas special?
The Jolly Boys outing, I suppose, will go down in history as one of the best episodes ever.
And this episode has gone down in history for another reason.
Jolly Boys outing was one of the classics, and I remember hearing about where that's the first time I realised where Bonnet de Douche came from.
Bonnet de douche.
Bonnet de douche. He'd use that a lot. And he'd use it a lot when we were rehearsing for anything. He'd just go, oh, bonnet de douche, whenever.
There's just so many of them, and I just wish I knew where it got them from.
I went for a weekend with friends of mine to Paris. I was in my room and went to have a shower, and I saw this cap and it said Bonnet de Douche, and I just could not understand what the hell did that mean. So I went and saw these friends of mine, they said it's a shower cap. I said, you are joking.
Bonnet de douche was one of many glorious examples of Dell's misuse of the French language. And no Christmas special would be complete without it.
Oh, Bain Marie, Bain Marie.
Bain Marie? What's that got to do with anything?
One of the most absurd ideas is that Dell really is good at French.
What do you want, a sacre bleu chef or something?
Dell desperately wants to be a great linguist because it will show his sophistication and his learning, and it will impress women. And he always very nearly gets it right.
Lisa.
You have to know your French to know quite how funny it is.
The one I really liked, when he just says, when he's telling people to hurry up, he just says, mange two, mange two.
Mange two, mange two. He thought that he was in command of the language. Of course, Dell did not have command of the language at all.
I think it was Rob who said to one of you and your stupid French phrases which don't mean anything. What do you mean they don't mean anything?
And it's amazing how other people don't intervene and say, look, this is rubbish. And